From November 6, 2025, when he took the solemn oath of office before God and the Cameroonian people, till date, President Paul Biya has been in office for 188 days since the start of his current mandate, placed under the banner of greatness and hope. How time flies. He assumed office on November 6, 2025, with a kind of political advantage that only few leaders in Africa, if not around the globe, can boast of, in terms of experience, institutional control, and a long record of surviving political change. We now understand why he is regarded by his peers as the wise man of Africa. 188 days, the first half of his mandate, has largely reflected a governing style that has defined his presidency for decades now, ensuring stability, peace, unity, and national security. The major feature of the first 188 days in office has been continuity, with some strategic shift at the helm of the country's parliament and institutional reforms in compliance with his campaign promises and in response to the exigencies of the changing times. In 188 days, security remains one of the most pressing tests as President Paul Biya navigates through his current 7-year mandate of greatness and hope. Expectations of Cameroonians are still high to see lasting peace and security restored in the northwest, the southwest, and the far north regions of the country. And there are great hopes that the recent apostolic journey of the sovereign pontiff, Pope Leo XIV, to Cameroon will alter the trajectory of the crisis in the three trouble-stricken regions. Economically speaking, the first 188 days has been characterized by hope and a peaceful social climate, even in the face of some challenges like rising cost of some basic commodities on our local market, most times due to exogenous shocks and disruption in the supply chain. That notwithstanding, President Paul Biya and his administration have been on alert to preserve macroeconomic stability so as to improve on the daily life of the population. President Paul Biya has so far been delivering on his promises since the start of his new mandate, placing the youth and the women at the center of his priority and carrying out the necessary reforms for a peaceful and prosperous Cameroon. On that premise, Cameroonians, particularly the younger generation, are keen to see expanded job opportunities to address their frustrations, improved confidence in public institutions to curb corruption, and perhaps most importantly, improved security measures across the national triangle. It could be said at this point, without any fear of contradiction, that the balance sheet in 188 days is positive, very encouraging and hopeful. A strong indication that the best is yet to come with President Paul Biya on the driver's seat.